when you meet your friend after a long time, the first reaction is that you are surprised, you are angry, you are frustrated, you are etc etc. I feel the same because I've got you after a year on camera, when the camera is rolling and we are sitting. We are gonna do a lot of talking. Most important, I've got you for a reason. I've got you for a very deep talk about the language we speak. You know that where the video is going to be uploaded, it's all about English. We don't scam people by saying that, we are teaching you spoken English and we are speaking in Hindi or Bengali, and teaching you a lot of grammar.
Or we'll start writing English.
Yeah, we start writing something in English and we are saying we are teaching you spoken English. No, you people don't get these things, do you? My subscribers are very smart, very smart, because every time I upload any content which doesn't have anything to do with spoken English, they don't watch.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I like
Right?
this should be the attitude of viewers.
So they're very smart. They say, look, I subscribe to your channel because you upload English content.
Correct.
But here, now you are uploading a book review. I don't like reading books. So I'm not going to watch this video.
Now this is scam.
This scam, right? So, but I have a request, guys. If you are doing this, I really understand your emotion. But when you listen to a book review, you get a lot of ideas about that book. That book might change your life. Now, I know you are curious. You just want to check out all the videos I uploaded, book reviews. Don't do that. Finish this podcast, okay? And after that, you have a lot of time, world's time to do it. So watch all the book reviews that I've made on my channel. And if you find any book interesting or worth reading, go out there and start reading the book. Okay, so let's say you are saying, no, I don't like reading books. Reading is not my genre. It's not my cup of tea. If it's that, I respect your preference. But on the top of it, there is another thing for which you have to watch that book review. And that is, I made the book review in English. So listening is important for spoken English. So when you watch that video, you are practicing listening, how to talk about something. Like, let's say you become a salesman, you become a salesperson, sales executive, and you have to give an introduction of a product, right? The kind of introduction you find in my book review, you can copy it. Right? So look, if your intention is to learn, then you can learn from anything, right? So you can't judge a book by its cover. Similarly, you can't judge a video by its thumbnail, right? So I have done enough nonsense here. Hope you didn't like it. If you didn't, please stay with us. I know you people are amazing. Now, I've got a very important person, Saurav. Saurav was there in some videos. A couple of videos we made and Saurav was there. We had a lot of great conversations, of course. And like we have had a lot of, offline conversations. I would like to go to Saurav with a question. Saurav, the tendency that people have these days is that they want to get everything fast. Meaning, they want to skip. Let's say you want to go to the stair number 250. People's intention these days is that they want to skip most of the steps. And you know that it's not right. You get the knowledge, but this knowledge is up. So the crux of the matter is, the crux of the question is that this shortcut mentality is not going to help us to achieve anything that matters for long term. So from your personal opinion, whatever the things you have learned, spoken English is one of those achievements. What do you say about that?
First of all, thank you so much for having me in your show or having me in this video.
The question that you have raised is very important, and I guess nowadays all of us, most of us, we have a mentality to get things very fast. And I think, in term of if you want to achieve something big, that thing always have like it's like a making a picture out of blocks. Every block, every puzzle, every step has something to teach you, something that you can gain from. If you I can understand, if you take shortcut, maybe your work will be done very easily. But what you will not get, you will not get the journey, the like so many things. It's not suppose you want to learn English, and you're taking you're just acting like you're reading a script or something. Suppose, let me give you an example. You want to learn English, and you think that if I rehearse something as a dialogue and I throw it, I perform it, so that will look much better. Yes, you can do that, and you can maybe pass that. You can uh, complete that task or pass that phrase. But what about learning the how to communicate? When a person will speak to you in the real life, that time it will be really difficult for you to understand, because you have already rehearsed some words, some phrases, some sentences. You haven't learned it. If you have learnt it, then I can ask you some random question and you would be able to answer that. This is just a small example. I think, why don't we? Why are we so? Why are we in so rush to reach to the destination? Because I don't think destination matters. What matters the most is the journey. So this is what I think.
So, if I want to shorten a very long journey, then initially it looks and feels great. But the after effect is dangerous. Like, you may be aware of the kind of education we get from schools. They try to make it concise, right? You see that after graduating from college, you have to prepare for government exams. Then you get exposed to the kind of books that you were not aware of when you were in college. And then you find out, oh my God, the kind of history I read was about 30 pages. And now it is 350. Like, what's happening? Why was not I exposed with this particular thing? So, sort of, it's all about the, like, our look at our training. We are getting this training from school, and if somebody outsider expects us to perform out of the box, we can't, right? Because like, our training was something and you are expecting something else. So I think, guys, from this video, if you are still watching, our our intention is to tell you that if you want to learn a language, you have to patiently wait. Some doors are unlocked. You knock at the door, you see that, okay, the door is unlocked, you can open. But some doors are locked from the inside, and at the doorstep you have to patiently wait until the door opens. And most people think that this door will never open. That's the mistake we make. There will be some exams you have to take related to patience, tolerance, dedication. If you fail at any of these exams, you are not going to succeed in life. Am I right?
True. I agree.
Patience, dedication, tolerance, they are the important personality traits, qualities that are never discussed in school or whichever institution you went to or you are going to right now. Our intention is to tell you the truth. Okay? The truth is that when you try to learn a skill, you have to bring certain different qualities in yourself that you were never taught. So, since Saurav is with me and he has been learning English, I call him a learner. In fact, I call myself an experienced student. I hate calling myself English trainer. Saurav, I often see this attitude in people that they know how to speak English. Even I'm talking about the English trainers. They know how to speak English, and that's why people call them sir. Oh, you speak really good English. I want to really speak like you. Yoda, yoda, yoda. And that's why they stop practicing, because they think they have learned because people are appreciating. Is it right?
I think to answer this question, I would like to give you the biggest example. That is somewhere me, because I have been learning English since 2017, if I'm not wrong. But after a certain period, due to job pressure and most of so many reasons, and mostly I think it was my will also, that somewhere I felt like, okay, let's focus on work, and I didn't have much time that time to work on English, which was the biggest mistake in my life. Because guys, I would like to tell the viewers also, guys, speaking English or speaking any language is not something that you will get once and you will hold it for forever. This is a like this is a skill. This is something that you need to nurture each and every day. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is something that you have to upbring it like your child. So and guys, I'm not telling you because in sake of views and everything. I'm telling you because I am feeling it. Frankly speaking, probably yesterday, he called me in the morning and he asked me that, Saurav, we are planning to do a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, it's a thunderstorm on my head. Oh my God. Okay, like that. And I went to a botanical garden with my sisters last night, and I came at 11 at night. So after then I realized, oh my God, I don't have time to practice, and I need to catch a morning train. How will I do that? So then when I started practicing, guys, I realized the gap. Like, he was always trying to push him. He was always pushing me. He was always trying to motivate me. But I never realized. I realized when I tried to work on it again. Now I felt how much I have lost my charm, my skill, and I have ruined everything. But there is also a positive side of it, that I thought, no, I have two choices here. Either I can go ahead, complain and give up, or else I don't know where to start, but I have to take the first step. So I have chosen the second one. Now whatever I'm doing, whatever blah blah shit I'm speaking in front of you guys, it's just because he have given me the motivation. He's always been supporting me to support myself. That is what I can say. So never have the gap. That is my conscious and simple answer.
Whenever I meet Saurav showers me with a lot of appreciation, and it actually makes me embarrassed, makes me feel embarrassed. And
Don't trust it, guys. We are just butter and sugar coated things, so don't trust it. Okay?
no, it's true, and
It was in the script, right? Did I do it wrong? It was in the script, right? No, it wasn't. Oh my God! Oh shit!
No, but Saurav is amazing. Every time I meet this guy, I feel so happy because our interests match. We have sort of similar interests, and we have sort of similar likeness, and there is a wonderful phrase called like-mindedness. So we are like-minded people.
What's that? Forget about viewers. I don't even know that. What was that?
So
Can you explain? Guys, I want to know what was that. Please
Uh,
explain it.
Like-minded is a word. It's an adjective when both people or more than that share the same interest, share the same values, share the same likeness, right? So yeah, sort of and I are like-minded, and for that reason, we have been surviving this relationship, I would say, since 2017. I met this guy in the year 2017. I was a beginner as a trainer, and I think without them I wouldn't have been the kind of trainer I have become. Look, I told you in the middle that I hate calling
This is
myself.
buttering, guys. Don't trust, okay?
No, I told you in the middle that I hate calling myself a trainer, but here I'm saying it because to understand the kind of relationship we have, although we meet, we talk like brothers, friends, most like we have very good friends, very good friends, like there is no filter. Our friendship is so transparent, and he respects me a lot. Sometimes I get very sarcastic and I feel very bad about that because I shouldn't, but he never minds it. And anyway, so sort of the beyond this kind of trainer student relationship, we have founded a very strong foundation of our friendship. Sovik, our dearest brother,
I miss him.
uh,
We both, I guess.
yeah, and he's one of those individuals always who always encourages you with his positive personality. Like, sometimes you don't have to be so much educated, you just need to be who you are, and Sovik is one of those individuals. I sometimes I forget to be what I am in certain situations and certain circumstances, but I've never seen Sovik pretending. Never. So and that's why I have a lot of respect for this gentleman. You can find Sovik in our one of our videos with Parvati and some other videos. He's a great personality. And there are people like unsung heroes, right? You never, you think that, okay, celebrities are the people that we have to look up to, but not. People are around you, they actually have certain qualities that you hardly see in celebrities. So Sovik is one of them. All right, so I'm going to ask you this question, that what really helped us in keeping up this relationship beyond this kind of a bond, like trainer and student? I can say it confidently that the trainer student relationship disappeared after 6 months.
True.
Right?
Very true.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
On the very first day we became friends. If you shared the first day how we met, it was so dramatic.
sure. Like, first of all, it was in the year of 2017. So I remember that I assumed that is my buddy. Like, that is my buddy means that is my classmate. Okay, so new classmate. And once first I called him to know where the place is. I was waiting with a friend there. So my friend went to some shop or something, having some snacks or something. So I watched, like, I saw, okay, a person's waiting with a bag. This must be a student. And I went to him. I said, okay, hello, are you going to the class? And he is the, like, word, like, clever one. He realized it, but he didn't reveal. So he was talking to me. I was very much comfortable with this guy. I thought, thankfully, I don't know first I would be able to speak English or not. At least I got a guy to speak with. So that was my achievement that day. And I remember I was there. A friend of mine was there, and he was there. Suddenly, I saw a guy entering the room from my right side, and he was, let me give you a like a description of his personality. He is like his personality is like very manly, and he was like
the real trainer.
real trainer, like very very like angry, very like little bit serious gentleman kind of. I thought, okay, sir is coming. So I thought I was about to say, okay, shut up, now sir is coming, let's focus, let's pretend that we are very much good student. Then I realized suddenly what happened. That guy uh, turned and he sat beside me, and this bloody guy, he just stood up in front of me, and he was doing like jumping japak, and he was speaking in English. I was thinking of what is happening, what the hell is going on? How come my friend, my classmate, started speaking English like a foreigner? And I was thinking that what is happening. Then I realized this is the trainer. I will say so-called trainer, because I do not like only consider him as my trainer. Yes, he said one thing very well. He gave me sarcastic words. He loved to do sarcasm. This is a different version of him. You don't know the real face. I know, trust me. This is a very true. Even before coming to the class, I said that I just I'm gonna reveal it. Okay, I said that I just get down from train. Let me have my breakfast and I'm coming. Okay, just give me 10 minutes. He said, yes, we have 20 minutes, we have 30 minutes, we have 45 minutes, even 1 hour. Take an hour. I thought, what? I said that, okay, Ujjalda, I am coming as quickly as possible. And I thought that where is my brother Savik? He was about to pick me up, and we were planning to have something together. So I called him. I said, wherever you are, just come as quickly as possible, rush and pick me up, because Ujjalda is not gonna tolerate it. Okay, I need to be in time in the sarcasm mode. So, oh my God, that's then thankfully I have my breakfast. That's why I'm able to speak to you guys. But this is the my motive of my point is, it's not that how exactly a person is talking to you. You need to know the reason. Like, even if a person is giving sarcasms and everything, we judge too quickly, guys. We judge too quickly these days. But we need to understand the motive, why he's doing this. He does not have any intention. I'm not even his regular student right now, so I do not pay him at all, not a single penny, guys. So he has nothing to do with money or anything. So what is the reason? I felt that this is the bonding we share. Like, it's beyond training, it's beyond teaching, it's beyond everything. He's a guide. He's kind of Madurga male version, I will say, who has Kali in himself, who has Saraswati in himself, who has Durga in himself. Depends upon the situation. He can change his appearance. So don't trust, this is not the true face. I know. I'm telling you, jokes apart. So it's really good. That's all about it.
Thank you for all this.
This is the only thing I can do.
Yeah, yeah, we were talking about our friendship, and guys, we are hosting this podcast, and it's because we want you to understand how a conversation is done, how you can do a kind of conversation that can directly help you to improve your fluency. Because look, if you want to speak fluent English, you have to speak. There is no shortcut, right? So we are living in an era, kind of day and age, where things are pretty much available. Like, this particular microphone would cost way more than the amount I paid in 2023. I was a student of journalism in the year 2011. Equipments were so costly at that point of time, right? Now, because people are taking more interest in doing this sort of stuffs, and that's why the production is very high and things are available at a cheaper price. So for that reason, I think these days, if you want to practice English, don't just practice, record it. We are recording it so that we can help you understand what you should do with your practice. A lot of time it happens that we think too much but we take less action. Sort of, I would like to talk about this very important topic. Like, I probably talked about this zillions of time on my channel, that taking action is the first and last thing that you could do. You can make plan, but what's the point of making a plan if you don't put that plan into action? So, long story short, if I ask you this question, that are you a theorist or a practitioner? Or if you are a theorist, then are you happy that you are a theorist? Or if you are a practitioner, how do you feel when you take actions?
I think I believe it's my personal opinion. Nothing is black or nothing is white. It's always gray. I believe in terms of succeeding anything, this is very important to have the visuality first. Without the basic visualization, we won't be able to achieve anything. That's true. If you ask me to choose anything in between theoretical, like theory or practice, I won't be able to, because I believe any action, suppose we are speaking, like we are using this mic today, we are using this phone or camera, tripod, everything. This was a thought once. This was a thought once, right? It is reality. Like we probably do not we do not care. Like it's very normal to have a phone these days.
It's a byproduct.
Byproduct. But once it was a theory, right? Then only it became practical. Now we need to make a very clear border between the thoughts that we think every day, or our plan,
Theories or strategies.
theory or strategies, and the actions. The practice means the action. If you only think about the theoretical part and your strategies, what you're gonna do, but you actually do not take action accordingly, there is no meaning. That means you're just overthinking about your future, keep thinking. That's end of it. That's not gonna be fruitful. And I think this is, let me just give you my opinion. Okay. I think, suppose you want to learn something, English, but what do you mean by, what do you think by learning English? This is not one small area, right? There are a lot of things. I can learn writing English, I can learn spoken English. So you need to be very precise, very confident that what you want to learn, the specific part, and you break it down into steps. Wow. Then you take baby steps. Like step 1, what is my step 1? Okay, I have done my step 1. So what is my step 2? So you won't even realize when you have achieved it, that you were planning once. So that is my point. Theory is important. The basic structure, if I think it about as a human body, the bone or the structure, the skeleton, this is the thought. Until we properly layer it with flesh and blood and nerve and everything, sense, so we cannot call it a human, right? So taking action is a start of your destination.
Absolutely, sort of. I think taking action signs the check. Guys, every time I think of doing something, I'm scared, I'm afraid, I'm hesitant. I don't feel like doing it. But first step is always difficult. If you don't take first step, then how do you understand that you are able to take the first step? Or you are able to do it? Sort of, since you are here, I can't stop myself from asking you a question, a very important question. And I want your view because if you remember, I asked you the first question, which is related to something like that people want to shorten the time of learning English. It is the follow-up question of my first question. These days, when I meet beginners, when I meet spoken English learners, they come and when they communicate with me, I find one thing that is very common, and that's lack of patience. Like we can talk hours about patience, but I just want to give my audience some bullet points. Um, let's say 4 to 5 bullet points that you want to share with our audience, the things that you practiced in your life in order to take your English to the next level. To be able to consistent at a particular work for a long time is a challenge. You need like we were talking about, before the camera was rolling, we were talking about the consistency. Consistency is very, very important. Now there are hundreds of books have been written on consistency, but as I said, theories. Like maybe somebody never read a book on consistency, but he is consistent at what he's doing. So we need to learn that from that person. Can you talk a little bit about patience? Because patience is the rarest, right now, the rarest commodity you can find in people. One thing that you can find in people is restlessness. Because we think I have to watch 1,000 reels, 2,000 short videos in a day. Like people often behave as if they wake up to fulfill that goal. Right? So, and we are one of them, to be honest. Like maybe you don't watch 100 reels, but you watch some reels at least. Right? And we say, okay, I'm doing it for the sake of my entertainment quotient. But if you look at our behaviors, most of the time we are lying to ourselves. All right? We are actually addicted to short videos. We are actually addicted to reels. And we are just covering up with the kind of excuses. Hope it is not long, the kind of description I've given. Mostly my descriptions are boring.
This is true, but I have understood. Frankly speaking, standing on 21st century, I believe not only us, but the young generation and also the old generation, we are too much into technology. We are like, if we count our screening time, that is much more than we can think of. My point is, you're talking about patience, but patience is something that we can practice only when we are alone with our mind, so that we can think about something, or we can like emerge into a thought. But I think this is very hard these days because of our screening time. As you said about reels is never going to give you patience. This is just opposite of what we are expecting is patience. We just keep scrolling on, keep scrolling on, keep scrolling on. We don't even understand which one is our which is constructive product or which is destructive product. We do not even understand that. I think, like, let me give you a small example of last night again. When I thought that I need to practice something, because there is a gap, I need to practice something for this podcast or for this conversation. Then I started I just turned my light off, and I started speaking to my dark wall. Then I realized that after just few seconds, there was a notification popped up, and I forgot what was the topic. I started scrolling my, scratching my phone, and I jump into a YouTube channel that I used to follow, like that I follow generally, that what was the new update was there or something. After 15 to 20 minutes, I realized I again started scrolling phone. Then I turn it off. Then I just put it little bit, away from me. So that is how it is affecting us. And I think if we want to practice patience, then we need to do something that takes time. It could be boiling milk. Boiling milk is a very, like, for me, as you know that I love cooking, guys. I love to cook. If you tell me to cook, I would love to do it anytime. So the worst part about cooking, people say that cooking chicken or making the masalas and everything, that's not the case. In my term, I think boiling milk is the best, like, is the worst thing for me, because it takes patience. You go away, you just keep looking, you keep watching the bowl, it will not like boil. Whenever you see and someone asks you, call you like hi or something, you say yeah, I'm coming. That time only it will boil. So that is very like that is when I practice patience. And when I guess like a lot of things, when my like when I have to see something, like when I have to work while working, if my the electricity it just gone suddenly, then I need to reconnect with my phone's internet, which takes time, and I'm in the middle of urgent work. That time I know how I deal it. I just keep telling myself, calm down, it's gonna connect, it's gonna reconnect, it's trying. But trust me guys, it takes 5 to 7 or 10 seconds hardly to get connected. But that 10 second is like 10,000 years for me. That is when I practice patience. So I think this is just a small if we really want to practice, we need to find the areas where we have to wait for something. Suppose you're watching a YouTube, you're watching this video and there is an ad, you just click on skip to just get into it. This is also not practicing patience. I think you should, I know this, you see the skip button and you want to skip, but sometimes I also do, not on this video, any video. Let's try patience. I know that nothing but 20 seconds mostly, hardly. Let's see it. Let's see how much patient I am. So just one time you do it, not like every word you won't need to see. This is literally frustrating. So it is your choice how you choose it. You can just count second for 1 minute. Count it for 1 minute, but it will make you impatient. I don't know what else I can say to explain it better. Just that if you want to do something, just jump into it. There is no particular way to go somewhere. There is no particular ways that I can or he can tell you. It's just that you want something, go for it. I know you will fail. I know it will make you feel to come back. It will make you feel like you're not enough. It will give you all the negativities that you may think all the time. But when you do not give up, that time, after certain area, you start opening doors. You start opening ways to get what you want.
Absolutely.
So that is important. That is, I think, most important.
As we were talking about patience, it's like whenever we talk about this patience, consistency, dedication, tolerance, we take it so seriously, and we always think that these qualities are something like humans can't do, like it's beyond humans' capability. So if we have this kind of perception about these words, these qualities, then we will always hesitate to take the first step. Like why do we procrastinate? We never ask this question to ourselves. Like, what leads us to procrastinate things? It's because we think too much about a particular work before even we have started, right? So procrastination is something that actually makes you feel that, okay, you are too much worried about step number 25, but you haven't taken the first step yet. You can get rid of procrastination if you want to at any point of time. But our problem is that we think too much. So my next question to you is that overthinking. These days, if you see that, I think Facebook has done it so well. Facebook has just aggravated it to a great extent. You and I have Facebook accounts, whether we have bank accounts or not, but at least we have Facebook accounts. And we have done a lot of harm to ourselves by going back and forth to this account. And until today, we have learned a lot of garbage stuffs from Facebook. Now, the point is that this sounds pretty dystopian, that, okay, you are talking a lot about what Facebook does bad to us. Yeah, there are a lot of good stuffs you find on Facebook, but they're handful and they're limited. In the recent past, Facebook has been upgraded with so many features, and the worst feature is the video. Now, so many content creators out there, those who make videos, they will get angry with me. But I'm saying, you content creators like me, making a lot of contents on Facebook, content creators like you and I, when we upload like contents on Facebook, we want engagement from people. Right. So it's good for us because we are making contents there. But think about the people, those who are watching this, and you would say, no, it's not my responsibility. People are watching at will. So they are not able to control themselves. That's their problem. What should I do about that? That's true, yeah. But the point is that if you as a content creator is not affected by it, but maybe you are affected by it. Maybe you think that you are making content. And for me as a content creator, I know that when I'm making a content for a particular platform like a YouTube, then I go there again and again, meaning that I'm wasting a great deal of time. I can use that time in reading books, building some personality skills. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to YouTube because I'm a YouTuber. And the video I uploaded, I'm checking from time to time how many views I've got, how much watch time I've got. I'm counting the subscribers. So that's a bad habit, right? So, just my point was that overthinking. I think we overthink a lot these days, and for that reason, we are not able to brush up our skills and skills like soft skills, how to take right decision. I'll ask you the last question, which is creative thinking. But before that, I want your view on this topic, like overthinking.
This we need to accept that overthinking is a normal thing nowadays. Most of us, all we are human beings, right? So overthinking is not a problem. This is a part of our life somewhere. At any point of time, everyone does it. So problem is not that we overthink. Problem is that we do not take any step to stop overthinking. Now you can ask me as a questioner or as a viewer, you guys can ask me that how to stop overthinking. This is very easy to say, stop overthinking, but we keep going on. So I think the solution is not to stop thinking. It's not possible. I think our brain is programmed in a way to think only. Because brain's basic thing is thinking comes out of brain, right? You can't stop it. It's general. So what I did, whenever I have some up and downs in life, whenever I feel like busting out, instead of that I took a pen and I took my diary. I have a personal diary. I write the diary still. I started again. So this is a very useful thing. Whatever you think is positive, whatever you think is meaningful and practical and good for your life, good for your future, you simply write them down. And I don't know from where I got this theory. Trust me, there was no one who told me to do that, or there were no reels, or there were no book that I found it on. I thought that now I need to do something, otherwise my brain will gonna bust. It's gonna crash it out because I can't take it anymore. So whenever I feel like that, I simply want to say so many things to a friend or someone. But you agree it or not that you cannot share everything to everyone, or you don't even want to do that, because we are not kids, right? We are mature. So at this point of time, self-speaking is very important. The more you speak to yourself, the more you grow mature, the more your thought process get constructive. And I think this is the process of cut off the overthinking, because we will gonna keep thinking. If we stop thinking, that means we are dead. We will keep worried about future, we will keep worried about our worried about our flaws. That's very basic. That's not a problem. Problem when you're not taking action against it. Problem is when you are thinking. This is very normal to think, normal to overthink. So realization is the first step, that you are overthinking. Action is the second step, that you need to do something to stop it. Maybe you are not a guy who writes a lot. That doesn't mean you have to take a book and pen only to get over it. You can have a friend, you can have your mother, you can have your sister, you can have your brother to speak with. Maybe that is your that is your way to not stop thinking, stop overthinking. I think that's the best part of it. Like, we find our own ways to help ourselves. That's what we need to do.
Lastly, sort of what I want to talk about is creative thinking. Last time when I was getting back home and I was in train, okay, so the train was semi-crowded, slightly crowded. There were people hanging from the door, and don't lean outside from the train's door is the kind of restriction always written inside the train. And we Indians are rule breakers, right? And there is a lot of thrill in breaking rules, right? And if you look at another excitement, thrill that we get, that is not thinking. I want others to think for myself. I want Google to think for myself. I want YouTube, I want Facebook, Twitter to think for myself. And that's why you see a lot of engagement you see on Twitter, which is X now. So I just have to remind myself that it has changed. X. So you see that people are commenting on somebody's thought. They are busy talking about somebody's thought, but people are not thinking about their thoughts, and they are not coming up with new ideas. And for me, it's not justifiable, because as I said, I was in the train and I was thinking about something, and the kind of thought suddenly it hit me, and that was creative thinking. When you have a creative thinking in your head and you want to just take it forward, then you feel like you are becoming a different person. Let me give you an example, practical example. It's like, let's say you are a language learner. We all are language learners, and you are bored of speaking English with the same topic again and again every day. You need creativity there. You have to come up with new ideas, right? True. And there you have to put your ego aside. At a particular age, we think that we know everything and we don't need any training. I get a lot of people from different parts of India, and they're curious. And I feel so excited when I listen to them. I feel like, wow, they're still thinking creatively. So they're still very curious to learn from whomever possible, right? So for that reason, I think the kind of scarcity of creative thinking is going high. For that reason, we are not able to come up with new ideas, right? And only new ideas can boost your immunity of confidence, right? So creative thinking, sort of, how often do you think creatively? Do you have any creative thoughts in mind? If you have, please share with us. My audience is amazing. All my viewers love to think creatively, and the kind of work we are doing here because of these people. Every subscriber, every like, every comment
Is
important. Not only important, they're like confidence boosters.
Yes.
Right? If I have to give some words to their contribution, I would say you and I are doing this thing, our existence is zero without these people.
Right. Without you guys, we are just nothing.
So for that reason, sort of, it's our responsibility to bring up good contents, quality contents on our channel, and we'll be doing it until we die, right? Yes. So like I started, I started teaching spoken English in 2017, and that was the kind of thing I wanted to do actively. And now I'm very desperate to do these things for these podcasting things, helping people with how they can have conversations when they have topics, how can they strike up a conversation with anybody at any time. Without further ado, creative thinking, we have Saurav. He's going to share some wisdom with us.
I think whatever we do in positive, that comes out of creative thinking only. But also there is a point nowadays you can see that creative thinking is very rare. The reason behind, I think, is copy paste, somewhere copy paste mentality. If you watch any movies or any serials, any songs, nowadays there is a trend that people will gonna copy the tune and make a new song, or they remix a song. And I'm not against it. I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm telling you that what about creating something new that will be of completely different flavor, completely different fragrance, or something like that is original. And why people do that, I think this takes time. As you said, people are in rush and they do not want to put their brain into work. I think that is a very main reason why creative thinking are very rare nowadays. And we need to understand that creative thinking comes only from the good contents. So before saying that I am unable to create something creative, create something very creative, you need to know that you need to ask yourself, how much am I engaging myself to new content and the positive things. Maybe you can start reading up some books, you can try some new ideas, right? Like suppose if you are practicing English, nobody asked you to just keep speaking. I used a application. If you go to Google Play Store, you can easily find an application that can connect you to unknown learners, and they will help you. They can be your buddies to help you out, and you are also helping them. So this is just how you want to learn it. Be creative. Let me share an incident of last night. I got a guy named Satish, and he's from Tamil Nadu. And after a basic introduction of what do you do, where do you live, and who are there in your family and everything, we have nothing to say. But in order to practice, we have to keep speaking, right? So I have started playing a game which I called word game. I said that let's play a game, let's make it a little bit interesting. I will tell you a word, be it bird. So you need to say another word or something that comes up in your mind. At the same time, he found it very interesting and he started playing the same game with me, and he sang a song in Tamil, like what language I forgot, I'm sorry, but it was so sweet. And he asked me to sing a song in Bengali because my mother tongue is Bengali. So I sang a song which is Jodi tor dak shune keu na ashe tobe ekla cholo re. Let me tell you the meaning of this song, particularly personal favorite. This means if no one is with you, you need to keep moving, you need to keep going. Don't stop. You need to keep moving alone. Don't stop because of the hurdles, because of the problems. If someone is pulling back, don't stop. And if there is only darkness around you, you cannot find any light. Just burn yourself and create that light. And just don't wait for the light to disappear the darkness, but I think you can be the light. You can burn yourself. If you have nothing, just burn your self and create that light, but don't be stagnant, don't lost into darkness. So this is something very, very positive for me. That's all about it. We have enjoyed, and this morning also I called Satish. He said that he's doing some work, and after this conversation I guess I will call him again. We have shared the WhatsApp number. We'll keep speaking, we'll keep in touch with each other. That's the beauty of learning language from, and that's the beauty of English. I don't know Tamil Nadu's language, and he doesn't know Bengali, but still we are communicating through the same thing, the common thing, which is English. So this is the power of English. Somewhere you can feel it. That's all about it.
While I was listening to you and your answer, you said that people are wasting a lot of time and that's why they are not able to think creatively. You also mentioned an app through which you met a guy, and you really enjoyed it. You really improved your communication skill with that gentleman. But the problem is, people are lazy bones. You know, there are so many things available. I will show you videos made by some great people. They are freely available on YouTube. But we are lazy bones. We don't want only the cucumber. We want masala with cucumber. So but if you want to be healthy, you have to eat fresh, insipid cucumber. Then you can keep your body fit. Then the actual nutrients go into your body. So right now, the problem that we are suffering from is that we need somebody who can kick us from behind every single day.
Yeah.
Right?
For me, it's same. That's another thing. But for me, it's same.
It's going to be edited.
No, don't cut it out. I want them to know what's going on here.
All right. But you hardly find anybody who can kick you from behind. It's not always possible, guys. If you are waiting for somebody, last time when I was talking to Parvati, my question was slightly similar. It was like, we are waiting for somebody outside whom we can have a conversation with. Did you get any friend in your entire life who was interested in having conversation with you?
In English?
In English?
Never.
Let's say you are super duper lucky. You are made by spatial God, and you get somebody. But how long? Maybe one day. If you are lucky, then okay, back to back 5 days. After that, that friend will disappear. Certainly. And there are some other obstacles at the same time. So for that reason, I think it is very important that we start taking our responsibilities, right? Accountabilities. Instead of just waiting for somebody outsider who will come and just remind us our work. My question is that despite having a lot of tools that are freely available, as I mentioned earlier, why are we still facing this problem to practice English or to take our English to the next level? We are lazy bones. That is transparent truth. But what can we do about it so that we can at least get started? Otherwise, we'll be AI dependent. The time is coming, Right. We are soon gonna get AI dependent. That's amazing. If something that can be done by AI, why am I wasting my time and energy on that? But are you gonna get mental satisfaction, cognitive satisfaction? Like if calculator or any other tools help you to solve the kind of problems that you can solve using your cognitive ability, the kind of you are going to compromise on satisfaction. So lazy bones, great word. We often say this, I'm a lazy bones. I want my tools, my robots to do everything. We're getting so excited about thinking about all these things, but we are going to suffer internally. We have no idea about that. So my last question of this podcast is that if somebody is lazy bones, then what should he or she do so that he or she can start speaking English effortlessly?
Good question. This is very important. Um, if we are currently talking about lazy bones, I consider myself one, because most of us, we like the things that is prepared already, and you don't need to do anything to get it. You just take the food out of plate and you eat it. Yeah, this is obviously everyone enjoys that. But what about preparing a food? What about plating it for you? What about then having it? That will give you self satisfaction that you cannot have if I plate something for you and I present it to you. Now, you know that first thing, I always believe that accepting or realizing there is a problem is the first step of solving it. So accepting that you are a lazy bone is the first step of solution. The second thing, I guess, is prioritization. You need to understand that what comes first in your priority list. This is the only thing that can stop making you being a lazy bone. So I would like to add another point also. So the biggest thing that we have in our hand, or that we have in our mind, I cannot find a partner. Okay, this is not easy. You got a partner and I didn't. So this is very big issue. So as we are living in an AI generation, where you can find us easily, in thanks to technology. So simply you can talk to, like, you like Facebook, right? You go to Facebook, you watch it all the time, you use it all the time. So you can find so many English learning groups as well. So you can make friends over there. You share the same interest, so you can easily get to anything that you want these days, digitally, obviously. And you always don't need a friend also. I guess everyone has a mirror in their home. I hope so. So take a mirror, like a little big one, where you can see your body also. Why I said it's very important to see your body, upper part at least. I feel that speaking a language is not just speaking something. Your body also speaks along with it. So mostly we work on our words, we work on our grammar, we work on our vocabulary, but we do not work on our body language. So if you're lazy bone, just stand in front of a mirror, keep practicing. Like, if you do not know that what to start with, where to start with, listen something, like connect to your headphones, AirPods, whatever. Play a TED Talks, and think that you are in front of an audience. You are in a stage. So I think you can just pretend that you are the speaker in TED Talks. You can imagine what you want to be, and you can imagine you're in front of thousands of people. Speak like that, talk like that. Trust me, you will feel you're an idiot at first. You will feel like this doesn't make sense at all. But at the end of the day, 1 day, 2 days, a month, a week, you will feel there is something that is changing in you. There is something that is changing your way of communication. So that's all. It's just a baby step. You go up and do something. That's how you break your lazy bone being kind of thing.
So, in the end, I don't know what should be the fag end of our conversation, but I'm really excited to have you. Yeah, I'm really excited to have you on this show. And like, I was thinking to just, make longer content. And finally, it's been possible because of you, because of Parvati. Look, I am incomplete without you guys. For that reason, I always want you people to give me some time, give my audience some time. They are my brothers and sisters, and I love them a lot, guys. You are amazing. I really thank you sincerely from bottom of my heart. And every time I go to bed, every night I go to bed, I think about you. I think about your growth. I think about the kind of contents I should be making for you. And I think about the kind of quality content that I can provide you with. So, Saurav, thank you so much that you came and you spent some time with us. And I know you're getting angry.
Sure.
Because
Can't you see my horns? Can't you see my tails and with a big like what?
a red face. No,
Like a Hellboy.
your anger is justifiable, but at the same time, I really I feel really indebted to you for the kind of things that you have done today. Guys, Saurav is so busy. Trust me, he's working for a multinational company, international company, and he's working really hard, and he's a great guy. I get a lot of motivation from him, and I feel like I should have somebody like him in my life, because I always consider him to be my brother. And friend I think is the first word. Like, if I have to prioritize 3 words: friend, brother, and student, then I would say, yeah, friend, brother, and student. Okay, so hi friend. And so sort of thank you again. And so how are you feeling at the end of this podcast?
So first of all, whatever he said at the last part, the sugar coating things and doing work, busy all the day, doing work in what multinational, international company and everything. Yes, I do a job. I respect that. But apart from that, whatever you have listened to this sugar coating word, you can just skip it. Trust me, they are not true. Okay, at least I don't consider them to be.
you are certainly working for an international
Yeah, that's true, but I'm being super busy is not true. So just kidding, guys. Jokes apart. I believe like truly I feel it's not the sake of saying I'm feeling honored. Like I'm honored that I'm able to be a part of this show, part of this video. And guys, I believe the most important part is your support. If if viewers are not with us, Ujjwal, we are nothing. We're just talking like we are just 2 guys talking in a room. That's all of it. You guys make whatever we are. Like I'm not including myself. I just appear in few videos, and I will try to be. If you all guys give your support, if you like this video, I would love to be a part of it. Trust me, it's not as I believe one thing. Nobody is super busy. Nobody is very busy to do something. It's all about prioritization. Please, guys, give us your love, give us your support, the way you have given us till now. And if you guys like this podcast, trust me, we'll come back again, right?
Again, sure.
Won't we?
Promise.
We will. Promise. So yeah, I will come again. I'm pretending that I have invited him in this show, and it's my channel. Wow, how talented I am! But
You feel like home.
yeah. Don't make guests too much comfortable that they make it home. But still, yeah, I just kidding. This is my home. I feel I'm a part of this channel. So lastly, I would request you guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. And please give us your love, because without that we are
Incomplete.
incomplete.